Hey man, how's it going? So this video, it's just gonna be what to do if you weren't popular in high school, or if you're not popular in university, you didn't have many friends. Like, what do you do? How do you cope with that? And you might be like, hey, why is this dude dressed like this? First of all, I can, right? Fuck you. Second of all, I'm just trying to see what kind of videos work for me, work for my personality, and maybe I should be a half naked guy online. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm trying stuff out. Anyway, what to do if you weren't popular in high school or uni? I think there's something in my pocket. Let's see. I don't know what's in this guy's pocket. Um, I'm not gonna edit this. All right, reveal. Oh, fucking Turkish money. Holy shit. Fucking hell, this is worth like what? It's worth like half a dollar. And then we got my holy shit, I thought I lost these shades. Should I rock these? Alright. Fuck it, we'll go Tom Cruise Terminator mode. Anyway, I'm not some narcissist, I just found shades. I didn't plan this, it was inside. Anyway, the point is, I used to be super unpopular in high school. If you just click around on my channel, you'll see pictures of me when I was fat, when I was obese. Or you'll see pictures of me when I look like I look like some skinny fat incel looking creature. I just look like a fucking sock that people would jizz on. Right? Just didn't look good. And because I didn't look good, people just avoided me. I had this icky personality, you know? And a lot of guys, maybe you watching this right now, you have this icky personality. People avoid you, man. They don't want to be around you. And it sucks. And now, I honestly, you know what? I fucking hate people now. I don't want to say I'm so popular, but I'll make a case, alright? I literally wake up at like 5 a.m. to fucking avoid people, right? Because all I want to do is this. All I want to do is I want to go to the gym, I want to fucking do YouTube, and hopefully eventually make some fucking money, right? That's what I want. I realize it's all meaningless and I don't enjoy people's company anymore. And yeah, I literally want to avoid people. People just walk up to me and talk to me nowadays. There was this girl at the grocery store, and she literally signed up to the gym right next door just to spend more time with me. Like, what the fuck? Before, I literally, just waste all my time chasing girls. And also, there was this influencer guy with like 1 million subs, and he tracked me down. He doesn't even know who I am. I mean, nobody knows who I am, because practically I'm a nobody. Everything I've done in life has been a failure so far, and even this YouTube thing, everyone fucking hates me. So, anyway, right, and then he was like, oh man, we'll shoot a video with you. Fucking, this guy puts me on a video, and then, and then he removes it, like a long form YouTube video, and then he removes it after like 20 minutes. But still, I was on like a guy with 1 million subscribers channels, and he dedicated a full video with me. He just removed it, because, I guess people fucking hate me, man. People hate me. And I laugh, but sometimes like, well, fucking hell. If, because you would assume if people hate you, then some people will love you. It's like, and then I just hate people, and I don't know. Well, anyway, here's the advice. Hopefully it didn't take much time of yours. So here's my advice, man. If you just look around at my channel, I used to be super fat. I used to be super obese when I was in high school. And I smelled as well. It wasn't good. So people avoided me. I even got beat up a lot. And then in university, I starved myself. I was just like, I looked like a fucking cum rag. That's what my body looked like. Just like some fucking, I looked like a tissue dudes would jerk off into. That's what my skinny fat body looked like. Which is, yeah, making fun of my past self, but, whatever. And, in high school, I didn't have any social skills, man. I don't want to say, in university, and I was broke as well. I have videos of me online, of me living in a crack house. So I was super broke. I got homeless twice, actually. So imagine you're just trying to go to university, you're trying to study, and then you get kicked out of the place you're staying at. and that really fucked with my mental health as well. But even before that, I was broke, so I wasn't really a popular kid because I'd see the kids in my university, they wear all the nicest clothes. They like have their parents would gift them a car. They would have all this disposable income, while I was on the phone with my dad just begging him to send me some money so I could afford food. And when you just don't have much money, you miss out on the experiences you could have in university. And on top of that, I wasn't really into drugs, man. I wasn't really into smoking weed. I'm still not. Now, I've since then I've had some experience with weed, which I don't like it. I don't know. I'm just not a weed person, even though I look like a stoner. Obviously, I'm not a junkie. I'm not a drug head, and I just wasn't into degeneracy, man. So I wasn't really popular. I wasn't into watching the football or, by the way, British football. I know I sound American, but I'm a Turkish guy who studied in UK. So, football. Yeah, well, maybe if I'll sound a bit British, maybe, and then you'll understand. But it's just not how I sound like. Anyway, um, yeah, I just wasn't into football. I wasn't into degeneracy. Like the popular kids, all they would do is they would fucking get drunk, and they would do ketamine. And I think that was it, man. Plus, I was an ugly kid, so I didn't have friends. Okay, so there's a lot of pain behind that sentence. And here's what you do, man. Here's what you do if you weren't popular, okay, ever as a kid. Here's what you do if your childhood was stolen from you. Because, when I imagine my childhood, it's just my parents fighting a lot, even getting divorced and stuff because of family issues I'm not going to talk about in this video. And then my high school was me being fat and getting bullied and having no friends, and I just played video games and masturbated all day. Yeah, right, and I was just gorging on junk food, and I was gorging on junk food, and then my university was just me being depressed and ugly and hating life, and I was a musician as well. I used to write music, and yeah. Here's my history with music, man. I have 3 albums that I've released that no one listened. I made one song. It went up on a documentary, and I almost got arrested. I was put under house arrest for a month, and because of that, I literally like lost all my so-called friends. People avoided me, and my last show I played, we just got booed. So yeah, it was a lot of pain, and during the when this stuff was happening, man, I was consuming motivational content online. I was consuming self improvement content, but along with that, I was also consuming bad visual food. I was also consuming pessimistic content that would say, "Hey, man, if in high school you weren't a so-called Chad, you weren't good looking in high school." You weren't the popular kid, it's over, man. It's over for you. If you weren't like a high school hero and whatnot, it's over. You cannot improve your life. That's what it would say. And then along with that, I started consuming self improvement content that would say, hey man, your life can get better if you put in the work. If you put in the work, if you go to the gym, you will get a better body. If you do certain things, you will be more handsome. If you work on yourself, work on your money, work on your presence, work on your body language, people will perceive and act differently towards you. This like so-called masculine space was just coming to fruition, I guess, the YouTube renaissance, and that's when I realized a secret power that I had, right? That's when I realized something really, really great. The things, self improvement takes up a lot of time, right? Starting a business, going to the gym takes up a lot of time. Maybe reading books, researching, whatnot. It takes up a lot of time, but I didn't have any distractions. No girl was fucking interested in me. No girl wanted to schlob on my knob. So, I wasn't getting any messages or DMs back at that time. And, nobody wanted to hang out with me. So, I didn't have any distractions. So, I realized that, okay, so all these motherfuckers, they're out there living it up. They're out there living life while I'm here suffering. And you know what I was suffering the pain of? I was suffering the pain of anxiety. I was suffering the pain of loneliness. I was suffering the pain. I don't know. I just play video games all day and masturbate and eat junk food. So I was just like, when you're just caught up in that cycle of just video games, TV shows, junk food, masturbation, you just feel like crap. That's the pain I was caught up in. I realized that, okay, so pain, my life is going to be painful regardless of what I do. I was never a popular kid. Everyone hated me anyway. No one loved me ever, right? I've I've never heard the words "I love you" ever. Okay, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but not big of an exaggeration. I guess I heard the words "I love you." I don't know when was the last time I heard that, but yeah, it was a long time ago. I think a girl said it to me once, but then she dumped me anyway. So fuck it. Who gives a fuck? Right. So while people were living it up, doing degenerate shit, while people were doing self destruction, I decided to get on the path of self construction, bettering myself for the future of tomorrow, bettering myself, planting seeds, and I started really consuming this content, man. I started consuming this positive visual and audio medium. I started watching like hopeful self improvement videos like this that tell you that it can get better. And I suffered a lot. I went through a lot of pain, but I always knew in the back of my mind that if I keep working, these people, they were on the path of self destruction, right? The most they'll make out of their lives is just that they get a job. That's it. They get a job. And you know what? I was jealous. I still am kind of jealous of these people. I don't really follow them up on Instagram, but I see their pictures, man. They're fucking living life while I am in this fucking room just working my ass off. The people I knew from high school or uni, they're all living life, man. They're all fucking traveling to Europe and having fun, fucking going skiing. And I always was like jealous because my parents aren't rich, plus I'm Turkish as well. So I'm not even like a citizen of a country that, has human rights. I don't have human rights because of the country I was born in. If I were to get kidnapped by some Somalians or, yeah, I'm fucked, Motherfuckers, they're called Turkish embassy. Motherfuckers are like, yeah, whatever, man. Fucking sell his organs, give me 50%. That's like the kind of country I live in. Right? So I don't really have a strong passport, is what I'm trying to say. Well, I see all these, like, fucking rich American people that I studied with, just do rich shit. I'm fucking like, fuck you. But then like, I started to see myself as a hero of my story, right? And you are the hero of your story when you think about it. If you're watching this video, you are the hero of your own story. And I realized God put me on this path to get stronger. God put me on this path to inspire people because I had such a shit body, right? And I managed to get jacked, right? I mean, I am pretty in shape right now. Now, I'm not exactly shredded or lean. I mean, I am lean, but I'm not shredded because I'm still dieting. But like, that's fucking inspirational, right? I used to be super ugly. Maybe some fucking incel will comment, like black pillar will comment, oh, but your upper eyelid, you. Alright, well, I think I look pretty inspirational compared to what I looked like before. And I gave it this meaning, man. It's like the book The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. It's like I suffered so that I could be a hero and inspire people. I realized that if I never suffered this, I wouldn't have lived life. I wouldn't know how to solve these problems. I didn't have an easy life, and that made me a stronger person. That opened my eyes to the realities of the world. I remember I used to work this KP job, dishwashing job, and a car fucking hit me at 3 a.m. That shit toughened me up super fast, and I matured super fast, man. I matured. I learned about the realities of the world. I learned about how competitive it is, how fucking tough it is out there. And I matured and I got stronger. I became more hardworking. I became more disciplined. And, I'm pretty sure in 5 years I'll be a millionaire, man. And, it's like, well, you might be like, is that the inspiration? No, that's not the inspiration. It's just that Because I was deprived of all these things. I was deprived of all this shit. I had to figure this shit out. I had to figure out how to do this shit. Right? It's like, let's say you get no women. What do? You search online how to get women. What do you learn? You learn that you should get in shape. You learn that you should look better. You learn, maybe, I'm not really into the game stuff, but you learn like how to talk to women, and usually this information is like in fucking dark corners of the internet. But then, let's say we have the natural guy that gets all the girls in high school, right? He thinks he's the shit. He's like, oi babes, whatever, that kind of fucking guy. Fucking guy that looks like he's from Essex with the veneers and the tan skin, but not like the good tan that it's natural. It's like spray on shitty looking tan. And then a thing happens when you hit around 25, man. Around the age of 25, which I'm 23 now, I'll be hitting 25 in 2 years or so, or I guess I'll be 24 in like a couple months. So around 25, the people who put in the work after their teens and high schools, and the people that don't, a big divide starts to happen, right? The people that were lazy, the people that were given everything, right? The people that are like, oh, my dad's rich, is gonna give me a finance job anyway, I don't have to work hard. My future is secure, right? They just coast through life, right? This is their level. Maybe you're here, maybe you're down here, right? But this is their level, and they're not pushing. They don't have the ambition because they already had every fucking good thing given to them in life anyway, right? And here we are. We're the unpopular kids. We're the ugly bunch. We're the fucking guys with no friends, right? We start working here. Maybe us going up takes years, right? It takes years. It's slow. It's painful. It's fucking painful, man. And I say that as a fucking guy who was homeless, like, and living in a crack house, and I even stayed in a gay Arab dude's place for a couple weeks. Anyway, like, eventually you get to their level, and guess what happens when you get to their level? You just keep going up. You just keep going up, man. And here's what happens. These people relied on the things that they learned during during their youth. Youth goes away. Youth is gone. I'm not young anymore. I'm 23. People say I'm young, but like, I'm not a high school kid anymore. My youth is gone. It's gone. Even if I fucking, those like fucking skinny TikTok boys. Even if I look like Harry Styles right now and I could sing like him, it's fucking meaningless. The youth is gone. And when you're young, you think like, oh, if only I look like Justin Bieber or some bullshit like that. And that's gone. That's only like what? You're like 5 years, 7 years at most, and then you hit 25, and guess what happens? 25 to 70, that's called adulthood. That's called like being a grown ass man. And when you are taking this shit, when people in your life die and whatnot, when you die, not you die, but like when shit happens to your life, maybe, a fucking mafia kidnapped my friend. I had to save him from the hands of mafia. Okay? You fucking grow up, so you skip all those youth years and you boom, suddenly you're 25. Suddenly you act like an older man because, well, you were never given a youth. You have nothing you're clinging for. Your life is shit anyway. So you're like, alright, life is shit anyway. I got nothing to lose. So I might as well work on myself, be the best version of myself. And that's what happens. You start working, you fail a lot. Everyone still makes fun of you. Everyone still underestimates you. But you keep going. You keep going. You keep going. You know what happens? All these people that were laughing at you, that were hating you, they're so below you now that you take your dick out and you piss on those motherfuckers because, well, guess who's the loser now? And that's I'm not kind of a revenge type of person, but that's how you have revenge. You become successful. That is the only way you become successful in life. And you do it through working on yourself. You do it through helping people. You do it through not being bitter. Because if you're ever bitter, if you ever look back to those days, think of those names, think of those people who bullied you. You lose, they win, right? So you can never be bitter. But I also keep in the back of my mind, I'm gonna be successful because fuck those motherfuckers. Because I went through so much shit. I deserve success. All that pain that I suffered can't be for nothing. all that pain I suffered, it was meaningless at the time, but I decided to give it the meaning that all that pain I suffered is the reason that I keep going, because I don't want to ever go back to. I even want to end myself, by the way. I don't ever want to go back to that. So it's like, how can I not be on self improvement? How? It's like, I know exactly what awaits me if I stop. I know exactly what life is. If I just stop right now, I'll just I won't even get employed. People won't even hire me because I studied music in uni. And, it's like, if I just stop now, my life is just video games and dumbass TV and just being a shit muncher. I already know what that's like, man. I wanna get to the like higher side. I wanna get to the higher ground, man, the upper echelon of society. And yeah, if you were unpopular in school, know that you are right now on a journey of greatness. God saw you and be like, hey, we need to make this dude stronger. We need to equip him. And without that abuse put on you, you would not become the champion that you can be. Without all that abuse and all that pain, all that pressure on you, without life fucking you over and over, you would never grow up to be the champion that you can be. You will never be strong. And so see those bad things, bad breaks in life, see all those unfortunate stuff as life's opportunity given to you to become stronger, to prove yourself. See it as that. That's how Stoics see it. That's how I see it. That's how all the successful people in life saw it. You know? And what you do is you just put one step in front of the other. You just keep going. You work on yourself. You work on your dreams. No matter what it takes, because you know exactly what life awaits you if you just give up. Right? That's like as a baby, when you put your hand on a hot stove, you learn super quickly that that's not what you should do. And you now learn that the normal life that you so wanted, your youth was taken away from you, the normal life that you wanted, you're never going to have that. And if you just go back to your old self, it's, how shit it is. And yeah, you're never going to have the normal life, man. Because, well, you can't. Maybe your parents are rich, maybe you're well off, but maybe something was off. You were never meant to be a normal person, right? So what option do you have other than to strive for greatness? You don't have any other option available, so that's what you do. You become great. You become greater than anyone has ever seen. You become the best to fucking ever do it. And it's the only way I see out. That's the only way I see out of the shit life that, you and I, we used to live. Maybe you're still living in. It's the only way. Thanks for watching.